So I was talking to like my bestie coworker today, and we were chatting about basically. She calls it programming. Well, I call it program. She calls it like being in default mode. How most people are just programmed a certain way and they're in default mode to, I think, and we both kind of came to the conclusion to seek out painful experiences. All right, let me show you. So basically, it's based on how you're, it's like almost like you don't expect good things to come your way. It's almost like you're in seeking mode. Every situation that comes your way is going to be an obstacle. Every situation that comes your way is going to be issues. You know, I was telling her, I was talking to my family member, and he had a problem. But the thing is, now this is a situation where now it's been this, I've heard this conversation about 10 times already. So I'm like, are we venting again? And he's like, no, I'm trying to find a solution. So I'm like, okay. So they're discussing and we're discussing it, and I'm like, all right, that's an obstacle. I was like, have you done this? So I'm suggesting things. Have you tried this? In one ear and out the other. Have you done this? Maybe you should keep a log and in one ear and out the other. So I'm like, okay, you really don't want to have this problem solved. So I said, do you feel powerless? Like, what's the issue here? So, you know, I kind of flipped it on him. Like, do you feel like you have no power over the situation? And he was kind of like, yeah. I was like, well, you know, like the serenity prayer, you know, God, you know, bless me with the power to realize there's things I can't change. I'm not saying it correctly. But basically, if you have no power over something, why would you be upset about it? It is what it is. So basically giving him another form of solution. And it's like, and we were just talking, like people seek out pain. It's like someone like you just don't think you deserve more. And I think it comes from your self-concept and what you think about yourself and what you think you deserve. It's like everyone's offended for everything. Like someone says something to you and it's like, oh, they're trying to come at me. And it's like, why? Why do you think they're trying to come at you? Everybody's trying to come at you. Every situation is an issue. And I tell you, she has a pretty strong self-concept, and I've cultivated my self-concept. So it's interesting now that I'm just been sitting back lately and just been listening to people. And it's like, I gotta be silent because people can start being resentful, because I'm noticing that they don't really want your solutions as like a consciousness coach, a consciousness creator, a person who's like LinkedIn, who's with the 40. They don't really want your advice about that. They say they do, but they really don't. They're really just, it's almost like if you allow them, kind of like drain your energy. So lately I've just been kind of listening. And I'm like, you know, he was saying these things. I'm like, try this, try this. I'm saying it from sort of, you know, protecting my energy. And I'm like, you really don't want to help with this problem. You really just want to talk smack, talk shit. Like, you really just want to talk about it. You really don't want a solution. And I've just seen this with people. But it's so energy draining to always be on the defensive. Or I have other friends of mine, love them to death. They always want to, it's almost to the point like they feel like they need validation from others. So like kind of like people pleasers. Or if not people pleasers / I can't do or say this because somebody might say something about me. So seeking validation outside from others. But baby, when you lock in, when you start coming from the inside out, you know, when you start recognizing like your power, you start recognizing nobody validates you. You don't need anyone's validation when you are connected. It's such a, you know, I sit back and I'm like, oh, so glad like my third eye has been opened about this. And I'm just looking, and I'm like really protecting my energy, because I'm realizing that this is not really for everybody. So I guess my advice would be, start to like listen to yourself. Start to change your self-concept about how you go about things. Because I think it, like, once again, and self-concept comes from within. What do you expect? What do you think you deserve? Why do you think those things happen to you? Or why do you seek out certain things? When you start, once I say uprooting and replotting, you know, the positive things, and uprooting the things that the lack. When you start doing that, light starts to shift. Let me know how it goes. Bye.